Hello and welcome to episode 13 of Newbie Tips. Today's episode is going to be talking about level 70 gear. Now level 70 gear follows most of level 60 gear. There is tombstones, raves, primal weapons and crafted. Now for your tombstones, you're going to need to come to Rauga's Reach, and then you want to come talk to Enna, which is over here just above the Aetheryte. Now at the moment you can trade for tombstones of Mendacity, Creation and Genesis. Creation you can't attain at the moment. Mendacity and Genesis will be changed from them to Poetics. Now Genesis will offer the highest amount. This will probably be Poetics 2 in Shadowbringers. So basically the Skaven gear is what you'll want to be looking for as the highest item level gear that you can equip for level 70. Because these can be upgraded to eye level 400. Now, like level 50 and level 60, for the weapon, you're going to need to buy the Rowena's token, Genesis. You will need 10 of them. Unless you're Paladin, where you will need 7. And then you'll also need to get your hands on a different item. They'll probably add it to the Poetics. But the item you're going to want to get a hold of will be the military grade tombstone. And once you have them, if you go to Skaven Gear Exchange at the bottom, you can then exchange it for the weapon of your job. Now primal weapons is also on Eskina, and the highest item level weapon that you can get is from Seriu, which is 395. The Skaven weapons can be upgraded to 400, and the relic weapon and the highest raid weapon, which is savage only to Omega, is 405. So 400 is a pretty good weapon if you can get when you can get a hand of it. Now, like the level 60 content, the raids are split between normal gear and savage gear. Unlike level 60, the normal gear goes lenses for heads, shafts for bodies, chain for belts, springs for legs, pedals for feet, and then bolts for accessories. For savage, again, it follows the level 60 of book 4s for weapons and body pieces, book 3s for pants as well as upgrade material, books 2 for head, hands, feet, and as well as getting the tombstone and accessory belt upgrade material, and the book 1s are for belts and accessories. Now if you want to upgrade your tombstone gear, you need to get the required item and then come talk to Ebola over here and go to Skaven Gear Augmentation for the best ones, and these can upgrade it to I-400 for weapons as well as I-400 for everything else. So it will tell you what specific item you need. So you need the esters for weapons, you need the twines for body pieces, and you need the shellac for belts and accessories. Now that's the highest item level ones you can get a hold of. To start the raid you need to be in Rauga's Reach as well, because that's where the quest line starts. But when you're just starting out, can go into some of the early dungeons, as well as if you have Centurial Seals, which I've gotten from hunts. You can also pick up a weekly from hunts, which will give you 100. You can then come over to speak to Billabart, you can then go on Alamegan gear or Los Alagan gear. Now Alamegan gear is cheaper and will quickly get you up to 310. The Los Alagan is a bit more expensive but can go up to 330. So this can start helping you get into more and more content. Crafters, if you come to this point of Rauga's Reach, which is just across from the Averite, you'll be able to come do more collectible stuff. Again, it's red scripts and yellow scripts here. Will be yellow scripts in Shadowbringers, and you can come pick up some new level 70 gear, which is here, and these can also be augmented to be slightly better. So feel free to do what you want to do, and that goes for gathering as well. So crafters and gatherers have that. Now there's also with the crafted gear, specifically the more recent ones, you can buy them off the market board, and you can also trade them in to Jatanga over here by this mini Aetherite in Rauga's Reach, and you can trade them in. If you go to the if you get them high quality, trade them in for high quality, so you can buy back high quality stuff. And you'll trade them in for these tokens, and then once you have those tokens, now I have to be very stressed the importance, do not trade in that gear for those tokens until you can get the secondary item to get these to get the upgraded versions of these. Now the item you need is Domin Ryaku. These can trade the crafted 380 pieces into 390 pieces. Now the amount of those Ryaku you need is depending on the type of gear. Accessories only require 2, and if you trade in high quality versions, you'll have enough tokens to immediately trade for the accessory back. You just need to get the Ryaku. So, and weapons and so forth is more and so forth. But again, I want to stress, do not trade in for those tokens until you can buy enough Ryaku to upgrade. But they can all be traded in for 390 body pieces, which will take you way well into Shadowbringers. Now you can also start the Relic quest line, well I say Relic quest line, the Eureka quest line in Rauga's Reach, and this will take you to Kugane. Once you're in Kugane, you need to continue the questline objectives, and eventually it will take you to this point in Kugane. So from the main Aetherite, it's down here. So buy this Aetherite. Now this will take you into Eureka. Now they do give gear in Eureka, as well as the artifact gear can also be upgraded to be dyeable in Eureka. So if you like your AF set, but you want to change colour, you'll have to do Eureka to do that. But at the highest end of Eureka, if you have done a lot of the objectives in this, you'll be able to trade stuff in to the Artisan to get 395 materia melding gear. Now, I highly suggest if you're new to the game and you have no interest in what this gear looks like or anything like that for glam purposes or whatever, do not go for it. It's a lot of effort, and you will not need this version of gear. But it is there if you so wish. It just take you a long time to get to it. So be forewarned. I'd like to thank you for coming to this episode of Newbie Tips. I hope this has been helpful, and I will bow out here. Thank you.